Welcome back to another episode of the Point After Podcast, episode 30. And
It's the
you know,
emergency pod here.
but before we get into it though, man, you know what? Yesterday it was a great day.
Mm, mm.
Um, went to Bruno's, which is in downtown Livermore.
Oh
I
yeah.
had a slice of pizza. Went and saw Fraggle Rock after, which is like it's kind of like a Muppet show sort of thing.
Mm, mm.
And congratulations on my grandma for retiring, Grandma Gina. No more work. Clap it up for Grams. You know what I mean?
Like clap it up. Hey.
You know, and then after I'm at home chilling. I'm actually
Right.
I'm in the restroom. I'm sitting on the toilet, and
The one of the best places to sit, in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie. It's
yeah,
nice.
and
It's
then
nice and peaceful. It's nice and peaceful.
for real, and then on my ESPN ticker,
Mm.
the Dallas Mavericks trade Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. Um,
Mm.
I thought Shams was hacked. I thought it was a joke, but it's not. It's real. And
Yeah.
Jay, I honestly don't even know what to say about it. You want to take the first stab at it? This is crazy.
I mean, this is definitely crazy. I don't think anyone was expecting this. I think I heard it in a live stream, and I was just like, "Is that a joke or was somebody being serious?" Like, I didn't think this was in the realm of possibility, let's say. But Lakers get Luka Doncic,
That shit's fucking wild, bro.
LeBron and Luka. You can't be
Yeah,
serious. But
yeah,
right now, what I do wonder is like, why is this out of nowhere? We're gonna get on to why is this out of nowhere later
yeah.
because I just want to talk about the initial trade. So Lakers get Luka, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris, who's washed.
Bag
Um,
of chips. Yeah.
literally. Uh, Mavericks got AD, Max Christie, and LA's 2029 first. In my initial, and keep in mind Jazz were involved. They got Jalen Hood Scafino, the 2025 Clippers second, and the 2025 Mavericks second. So it was a three-way trade in some way, but the main
Shout
pieces
out
were
to Jalen
moved.
Hood.
Shout out, shout out. But it was mainly the big picture and the big news, of course, is going to be the Lakers and the Mavericks right here. Honestly, Kayla,
It's fucking
the Mavericks should have got more, in my opinion. I
yeah.
mean, I feel like you didn't get enough for Luca, in my opinion. I feel like you didn't. You're the GM just completely screwed this up. You traded away essentially your future franchise because we kind of knew where Luca's head at, and he wasn't really going to go anywhere. Kind of loves it in Dallas,
Yeah.
and with that team and that rapport, why would you split that up? In my
Hmm.
opinion, and it just seems so sudden and out of
It's
nowhere,
crazy.
out of complete left field. And I have other thoughts about that,
Yeah.
but I feel, but you could look at this in both ways. I mean, both teams have positive ways you could look at this trade, and both teams have very much negative ways you could look at this trade. But for the Lakers, did they win this trade?
Look, in my opinion, I tweeted about it. I think the Dallas Mavericks actually won this trade in the immediate. Now, long term, it's going to
Lo-
see
Long
how
term, it's
how.
going to be.
Yeah,
I
long
feel
term,
like what?
we got to see how it plays out. But also, you never know. The Lakers might not be done making moves. They definitely have to shore up their center position because now they have Jackson Hayes at center, which
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, and like that's the thing is you don't have anybody to come in and immediately replace AD.
well, you're
So
not going to replace AD. But
no,
you're
no,
right
no.
though.
That's what I
They
mean.
need someone who can at least play some good defense, right? Who can hit an open
Rebound,
shot.
who's
Yeah,
on the glass, who's up and down the floor grabbing rebounds and blocking everyone's shots. I mean, you're not really gonna get all that production out of Jackson Hayes. I mean, I don't see it, and none of the
yeah,
backups speak for it anyway.
yeah. And just to kind of go back to your point about the Dallas Mavericks, not shopping Luca and not making it the world known that they wanted to move him on. Um, I think if you're the Dallas Mavericks, right? Like, who are you realistically we're gonna get back in a trade for Luka? Like, you think the Nuggets are gonna trade Jokic? You think the Thunder are gonna trade SGA?
I'd,
You
I'd
know,
definitely say I would try and get more draft compensation because
they definitely could have.
just one pick for really.
Well, Dallas is in a win now situation where you have Kyrie Irving, and
That's true. I'm just saying you could. I'm just saying you could have been a little more greedy
yeah,
with what
possibly.
you're requesting for Luca. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, but also
Luca's.
it comes down to the teams and like what kind of draft picks they have. Like, I don't know Dallas is how many first round picks they have in the future. Like, I don't know their draft like compensation what they have. Like, I think player for player, like this is the best move you're gonna get if you're gonna move on from Luca. Like I said, the Bucks are not trading Giannis, the Celtics are not trading Jason Tatum. I mean, Joel Embiid, like Joel Embiid, and
I
like I
mean,
guess
I
that's
mean
the only name that comes up to me. Like,
the Celtics wouldn't trade Tatum, but would they trade Jalen Brown?
yeah, but why would the Celtics do that?
No, that's what I mean. But like, there
Or like, why would the
is
Mavericks do that? Excuse me.
no
Like,
right.
Anthony
But
Davis
like,
for me is a better basketball player than Jalen Brown. So it, to make sense for Dallas, I think look, the Dallas they just came off a finals appearance. I think that's why it's so shocking, and the fact that Luka is 25. Like, you don't really see this like ever trading a
hmm
franchise player like before even entering his prime. But to
yeah,
make sense a little bit for Dallas, look, Nico Harrison, their GM, right, basically said like there was complaints about his conditioning, right, his overall health, and they say he came in to
and
like training
he was
camp
like
270
completely
pounds,
overweight. Yeah.
so like overweight. And but again, that's not really stopped him from being great. But I think
hmm
Dallas, I think, is viewing that as a situation as we're not going to give a guy 300 plus million, which was he was in line to sign a 5 year, $345 million extension.
I
We're
see
not
it.
going to give a guy that kind of money if we continue to see this. Just it's kind of like it's immature. Like, let's be real. Like,
hmm hmm
you know what I mean? And I think them just coming off that finals appearance, I think they expected Luka to really take his body and his health serious. And the fact that they're consistently running into this issue where he's missing games, like he's out right now with a calf issue. But the fact that they're still having questions about his conditioning year after year, I think they just looked at it and said, okay, Luka's great, but as he gets older, this could become a bigger and bigger thing.
100%.
Why not get a guy that AD? Now AD, look, AD played 70 games last year. AD was healthy last year, and this year he's played in 42, 44 games.
hmm
So
hmm
he's only missed like a few games throughout this year. So AD's been healthy, right?
Yeah.
And you don't really have to question AD his as far as like his conditioning, right? And
Right.
he's clearing away. Like, defensively, AD and Luka are not in the same stratosphere. Defensively, AD clears Luka, and
Of
AD's
course.
still giving you like what 20, 28, and 10 or 11. So
I can imagine with what Kyrie's gonna open up for him too. So
exactly, and Kyrie's averaging what 24 points a game this year. And Kyrie should have been an All Star, but we don't even have to talk about that.
we're not gonna talk about it.
I think this is the best deal they could have gotten for someone like Luka that was probably realistic.
hmm
And I think again, I just think Dallas is just hesitant to give a guy that much money if they're still having the same questions. Man, is this guy out of shape? Like,
Right. No, I do agree with the concerns, especially when you look at it from a perspective of okay, we're gonna give this guy this much money. Can he take us to? Can he
well, they
essentially take
they
us
went
to?
to the finals with them.
That's what I mean, and win.
Yeah,
But that's the thing, like with Luca and his conditioning, you see how lackadaisic he could get defensively. So lackadaisic. It's just you look at him and you're just like, he really only cares about one side of the ball.
like even Jokic, right? I remember I said Jokic, right? He can't even jump over a curb. But even like Jokic, like over the years, like he's lost weight. Like he's gotten himself in some good. Like, he looks healthy. You know what I
hmm
mean? Compared
hmm
to when he first started. I just
Not
think
not not
Dallas.
not saying Luca would go down the Zion route, but the the effect of not caring about your body and everything definitely hit Zion way too early in his career to where it kind of deteriorated him from ever improving.
Yeah, and then shout out to Tim McMahon, who is covers the Dallas Mavericks, right? Does a good job.
Right.
Uh, Literally, Nico Harrison said that he quoted, "I believe that getting an all-star, an all excuse me, an all defensive center, an NBA, an all NBA player with a defensive mindset gives us a better chance. We're built to win now.
I
So
hear it. I can hear it. I mean, and
no, not to cut you off. I was gonna say,
no, you're
just
fine. You're
you
fine.
look at this Mavericks starting five now. You're looking at Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Grimes, or you can even start Max Crispy, who's an
Yeah,
underrated pickup in this trade.
very underrated. Very underrated.
Two-way player, hit the three, really good defensively. You can either start Christie or Grimes. Then you have AD and Gafford. Obviously, Lively's out for a few months.
Right, right.
PJ Washington coming off the bench as well. Like
Yep.
this Mavericks team is that's a squad, bro. Like people
Yeah. You can't
like
forget about Dante Exum off the bench too. He's very underrated in my opinion as a
yeah,
as a role player.
yeah. Shout out to him too, bro, because he's back in the league and he's been playing well. Because he was out of the league
He was
for a
out for a
minute.
minute. Yeah, I remember that.
So, but this Mavericks team, bro, people are sleeping on AD, bro. Like
No.
Anthony Davis is a dominant player.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with you. As of the now, obviously we have to see what the future holds, of course. And even if the Lakers are going to sign Luka to an extension, right? You have to raise that question, even if they are going to pursue that, which you think they will since they traded for the guy. But
Yeah.
long term, I'm talking long term. Do the Lakers win this trade long term? Because LeBron's going to retire eventually.
Well, we got to wait and see. And you talking about the contract real quick. Well, him getting traded. He's going to lose money now. He can't sign that supermax contract that he's going to sign with the Mavericks. But the Lakers, yes, they're set up well for long term because now they have a guy post LeBron James who can carry the mantle. Dude, now it's going to be interesting to see these next few days if the Lakers do make another move, particularly in the front court, right?
Right.
Or they kind of just stand pat and maybe just add like a few role players or just keep the same team. That will signal for me that they're more focused on the long term than actually this season. Now, I think they're still going to be good. I still think this is a playoff team now with Luka. I'll be shocked if the team doesn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked. I honestly think Mavericks make it further than the
for
Lakers.
sure. This year, yeah. This year, like I said, this year, like the Mavericks are set up better to win now than the Lakers. And because the Lakers now trading away AD, you literally have zero, I repeat, zero defense on the interior. And on the perimeter, they already struggled defensively. Now, like I said, unless they make a move, their defense is going to be like bottom five, like the rest of the season. So
they have no one to guard the paint.
I think just looking at the fit, like Luka and LeBron do similar things. So it's gonna be interesting to see like who's the one to sacrifice.
Right.
In my opinion, it should be LeBron because LeBron is 40 years old and Luka is the better basketball player at this stage. So it's crazy, man. I never saw this happening.
No, I didn't foresee this. But I do have a question for you, Caleb. Do you think? This is a two-part question to end off the show. But will this have any effect on the ratings? For one.
Well, I mean, I think it's going to bring the Lakers are going to become now must-see TV because Luka Doncic is a Laker. Like no one saw this coming. Like
playing with LeBron.
Yeah, playing with LeBron. Like it's Hollywood. It's superstardom. That's what the Lakers do. Like going back to when they got Wilt, Kareem, when they got Shaq, when they traded for Pau Gasol, even when they got Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis,
Steve Nash.
They just do it again. And even when when they got Kobe in the draft, like they originally got him through a trade with the Hornets.
They did.
So the Lakers just always seem to do this. They're always
good. They're always good in that front office.
Yeah, they're always going to get a big name. It's the Lakers. So if you look at it from that perspective, I'm not surprised. I think you look at this team, right? Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, Luka, LeBron, Jackson Hayes, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent. I think it's gonna be a team that's gonna score a lot of points, but they're just too flawed defensively right now.
That defense is going to be terrible.
Hey, but shout out to Vando, he's back. Jared Vanderbilt, bro. Shout out.
Right. But, and we've seen. I have my other question. Was this a play from Adam Silver to boost ratings? Because I only raised this question because we've seen in the past. Previously, a previous commissioner has what did he do to that famous trade? What did he do, Caleb? I know
Oh
you know it.
man, David
I know
Stern,
you
bro.
know it. I
Man,
know you know
R.I.P.
it.
But that
R.I.P. R.I.P. But still,
that Chris Paul trade still haunts me, bro, to this day.
yeah,
It
yeah.
still haunts me. Look, the whole Adam Silver thing. Look, there's no doubt. I'm all for player empowerment, but I think it has gotten a little bit out of hand, like recently. It's just. I think I saw a clip on Instagram. Byron Scott, he was on All the Smoke, and he was talking about the topic was around JJ Redick being the head coach of the Lakers, and Byron Scott basically saying like nowadays, man, like the players control the team
Hmm.
more than the head coach, even more than the GM. If a player wants a player, like the GM is gonna have to listen to him because he's getting 100, $200 million. Like it's like we're not gonna trade our best player like that, so we're gonna listen to him. And it's just look. I think Adam Silver as a whole, like I think he's done some good things, but I just think playing tournament, not the biggest fan of. I'm gonna be honest, and I heard him talking about shrinking 12-minute quarters back
Yeah,
to
no, I
10.
heard that too. I was like, so now you're doing the players favors now, even more favors than that. I mean, they're already what do you call them? They're already pussies to a point at this age, at this new age of the NBA, and you're gonna give them shorter? Really? Really?
Yeah, I mean, even the All Star game format is a joke. Um,
That slam dunk contest could kiss my ass. Shout out to Zach Levine and Aaron Gordon for um, inspiring my childhood for what a good slam dunk contest should be.
and it's sad that the All Star weekend's gonna be here in the Bay, and
And it's completely shit, and I'm not going.
yeah, and it's gonna it's. I mean, I'm gonna go to at least check out the scene. I'm not gonna lie, but
Ah,
the way it looks so far, I mean, look, okay, since we're talking about this now, look, let's go into this. Okay,
all right.
James Harden is having a great season, but I'm sorry, he's not an all-star over Devin Booker. Let's just keep it real. James Harden, all-time great
Hold on.
player. At this
I
stage in his career, he's not better than
yes,
Devin Booker. Let's be real.
100%. I agree. I agree. Another one. Why isn't Lamelo All Star?
That's fucking wild, bro. That's
Are
fucking
we
insane.
fucking serious? The most flashiest player, the dude who got I think some of the most votes.
On a
If I'm
swerve
not
in a corner.
gonna
Ooh.
woo woo. Shout out Lavar. Lavar, great father right there. Uh, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Like how can you not have Lamelo in your All Star game and you're over here trying to boost ratings, and it just the correlation it doesn't make sense. It doesn't mesh. And there's
Yeah,
plenty of players that Lamelo is better than.
yeah, Lamelo, even Trey Young.
Trae Young,
Like
yeah.
Trey,
I feel like Trae Young goes under the radar, kind of like James Cook does in the NFL. It's just like no one, not dissing. This isn't dissing Trae Young, but no one talks about Trae Young. But he's such a good player.
yeah, and then look, I saw Kendrick Perkins, right? He went on ESPN and he said that Steph Curry is not an all-star. I'm like, okay, well, let's look at it like this then. Like for me, like LeBron, okay, if LeBron is still an all-star for me, but he should not be a starter. Like the NBA All-Star game for me is meant to showcase like the young talent, the exciting talent.
Hmm.
LeBron is 40, Steph is 30, what, 36, 37, KD's 30, I mean 36. What I mean, bro, this is meant to showcase exciting young talent. And the fact we're still relying on these old guys to kind of like
Prop it
market the
up.
game.
Yeah.
Adam
What
Silver,
what
you
it,
gotta do
what,
better, bro. You gotta
what,
do
do- what
better.
do they say, Caleb? It's a young man's game, and there's no young man in the game anywhere.
Yeah.
Really?
Charles Barkley said it on TNT a while back. He was all like, man, sports is made for young people. It's not made for old geezers. And again, I respect Bron, KD, Steph. They're all timers. They're legends. They're part of my childhood. Forever
Hmm.
salute. But in the
Hmm.
year 2025, no, no,
No,
no.
I agree.
But yeah, just kind of going back to the NBA ratings thing. Look, there's no doubt. I think it's going to boost ratings. It's going to boost more eyeballs because it's
Yeah,
the Lakers and it's Luka. Straight
yeah.
up.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. Yep.
And my last sense on this too. I'm really intrigued to see um, like the press conferences with Luka and Anthony Davis. I'm like, I
Yeah, no, I
wanna see
wonder.
that.
I wonder.
That
No,
shit's gonna be interesting.
that's kind of I was gonna ask you too. I was like, what do you think the attitude from Luka is toward this? Because from what everyone was saying and from what the reports were suggesting is that he was stunned, that he didn't know this was happening. This was kind of under the rug type of thing. So I really wonder how his initial reaction and press conference, like you said, I wonder how that's gonna go. I really do.
Yeah, and look, the Lakers. I mean, there's a lot of people, Mavericks fans, that are outraged, and I understand it. Like trading away your franchise guy at this age, and
Hey,
it's
I know they may be mad now. They just might win a chip.
this Mavericks team is really good, bro. I think people have like forgotten how great AD is because he's played with LeBron, and people kind of tagged him as like this
And
soft guy. He misses all these games, injury
injury
prone.
prone.
But these last few years, he's been relatively healthy. Now he's out with an abdominal right now. That's his current injury. But
Mhm.
AD's relatively been healthy, bro. Bro, AD is the best player on that Lakers team right now. It's not LeBron James. It's Anthony Davis. He's been the best player on this team. When they were in the bubble, it was arguably that Anthony Davis should have got Finals MVP in the bubble. Okay,
Right.
so people who actually watch the game of basketball and know the game knows Anthony Davis, bro, is arguably a top 5, top 6 player in the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. They just like to point out whenever he's hurt. That's all.
yeah, and again, like people are gonna see now.
Subscribe, motherfucker.
Now are getting a guy that we've seen Luka carry a team to the finals, seen carry a team
I'm
to the
sorry.
West.
You sounded like Collinsworth right there. Like, oh, here's a guy. I hate that movie. Sorry, it was just in my head. I'm sorry. It's just you sounded like him for a second. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Caleb's depressed. I understand.
They get a guy who, like you said, Luka's he's great. He's the top 2, 3 player on the planet right now. Luka's amazing. There's no doubt. If the Lakers are able to build this team right around him, he can lead them to a championship. There's no doubt about that. And like I said, I just think I think this Lakers move, in all likelihood, I think this is probably a long-term move from them.
Mm,
Dallas fans, relax.
serious.
I know it sucks. I know it's crazy, but take the emotion out of it. Look at it from a pure basketball standpoint. I don't think this is a bad trade, right? For both teams, I
Not
think
at all.
both teams.
I think
think
both
both-
teams are gonna what do you call it? They're gonna progress from this. They're gonna benefit. I think that's the word, benefit. They're gonna both benefit from this. I don't
Lakers win
think
long term. Dallas wins right now.
exactly. Mavericks win short term. Lakers get the long term. That's also if they keep Luka.
Yeah, I think Luka will stay there, man. And look,
I think Luka's gonna stay. I think he's done being portrayed by people.
yeah, Luka's incredible, man. And obviously LeBron is his favorite player. He said LeBron is his idol. Now he gets to
Yeah,
play.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, he gets to play with him now. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. 'Cause these are both 2 ball dominant
And maybe-
guys that are great with the ball in their hands.
Hey,
Who's gonna
and
sacrifice, bro?
not only that, but you never know. Maybe because LeBron is his favorite player, maybe LeBron will give him that motivation, or even just playing alongside LeBron, playing with LeBron. Maybe it gives him that motivation that the Mavericks did. Never know.
Possibly, man. Well, look, they're 2. LeBron and Luka are both really good scorers. Luka is arguably the best offensive player in the game right now.
I just say defensively, it's
Yeah,
it's gonna
they're both great
show.
playmakers. They
No,
rebound
no.
the wall,
I'm just saying,
ball well.
just
But you're right.
defensively, it's gonna show.
No question. That's why, and I saw on Twitter that that the Lakers are Rob Pelinka. They're looking to upgrade that center position currently as we speak. So we'll see how that plays out. But
Yeah.
it's the NBA, man, never disappoints, and I think in the next few days we're going to see a lot of big moves, man. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
trade deadline.
surprised. A lot of big moves, a lot of trades, maybe some new signings, but we're gonna see. We were just glad to bring y'all this emergency pod episode, NBA centric. We should
Luka
say
to the
finally
fucking
not
Lakers.
Luka to the fucking Lakers. It's just crazy. But we're gonna catch y'all next Wednesday as per usual. This is just an extra pod for y'all. Episode 31 next week. We're gonna catch y'all next time. Follow everything down there, up there. It's been me and your boy Caleb, man. We out. Peace.